Hey indie designers, good afternoon. Hope you're all doing well. We have a couple of interesting questions from you all today. We've reached out and asked about the challenges you're having and some of the things that are on your mind or are sort of roadblocks in getting you to the next step. So we're going to answer a couple of those today and see if we can help you out. Product pricing is always going to depend on what you're making. And what you need to do is identify exactly what the collection will be, how many units you want to do, what the materials are going to cost. Production is tricky to get when you don't have that information, which is why we recommend having a kickoff meeting with our team and our brand consultants so that you can identify what your target goals are. And then instead of it being a conversation about just cost, how much does it cost, we let you decide what you want to spend, what your margins need to be for your business, and then we work backwards throughout the process to hit those price points. So for example, if you know that you need your price point to be $20, we may give ourselves a certain budget for fabric of $5. And then we go and we search for $5 fabric, we bring to you, and you select the best option at that budget. It allows us to back into it. So that's kind of how we look at pricing. You're not going to know your per unit production pricing if you haven't done any development or sourced fabrics at all. But by the end of the first round, you should have a pretty clear idea of what your production price is going to look like. And then in terms of getting clear on the product development pricing, we just need to have a kickoff meeting, and that's a very valuable half an hour or an hour for you to sit down with an expert and really get clear on any questions you have and what it's going to take to really get the collection off of the ground. So I say this all the time, but I cannot recommend doing the kickoff meeting enough, especially if you're not seasoned in this industry. So it's very much worth the time to sit down with an expert and do that. And I do this all the time myself when I don't have an answer for something or when I need support to be able to grow our company or to learn something new. I reach out to experts. So don't be scared to do that. Schedule the kickoff meeting and get clear on exactly what your project is going to look like. Number one is that you are and need to be your own best salesperson in the beginning. I think there are two parts to it. The first part is identification of the retail stores that you wish to enter or be sold into. And that's really critical so that you're selling to the people that actually buy in your category. Make a top 100 list of retailers or stores that you would want to be in and write them down. Write their contact information and get as much as you can on a spreadsheet so that these are the first 100 people you're going to go to as soon as you have samples. It's also important that you know when they're buying products. For example, we have a kids line it's a wholesale business, so we are selling to retail stores. Right now we're making the fall 2020 and we're going to be showing that to stores very, very soon. So there is quite a length of time that you have to do it beforehand in some stores. So make your list. Get your pitch down, make sure you have line sheets, and then there are many, many seasoned salespeople in the industry, if you would like, who can help you to get into some doors as well. They have showrooms. Sometimes there's independent sales professionals who have relationships with some of these stores. So what you want to do is determine where your product needs to be sold, what city is most likely the focus for you, and then you can start to interview folks. And so for example, we have sales reps in New York, companies, and so multiple reps in New York, in Los Angeles, in Atlanta, in different parts of the country, so that they can go to the big trade shows and sell through to the different buyers that are in that kind of geographical area. And then they also will reach out after the shows to different stores and try to get you in. So it's just about getting in front of the right customer, and then from there you'll gain feedback about whether they like what you have. And if not, the biggest piece of advice I can give you is that never let somebody say no to you without knowing why. So if you made your production or you have samples and you're just trying to get orders, and somebody says no, they're not interested, make sure you understand why they're not interested and keep a log of that so you have clarity as to exactly what the reason is. And so when you're designing your next season, you can adapt with it.
Perfect. Well, that was the only two questions that we had today.
All right, thanks guys, talk soon.